So I finished another sketchbook, and we're gonna go through it page after page. So again, I apologize in advance for my accent and for the many mistakes in English I'm going to make. So the fun thing about this one is that I started it on the 4th of November 2019, and it ended on the 4th of November, and I didn't do that on purpose. It's just an accident. I was expecting to finish it more quickly because I drew a lot of stuff this year, but I also did two ink challenges with in a different sketchbook. So yeah. I finished watching Steven Universe this year. I had stopped because the fandom was... I'm not even in the fandom, I was never in it, and yet people would keep finding me, and every time I would like do a random drawing of a Steven Universe thing, someone from the fandom would find me and criticize stuff about it, like every single time, and it really... I didn't want to watch the show anymore, which is a shame because I liked it. And recently I was like, yeah, no, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it anyway. And no regrets, it was great. This is an illustration for a book I'm trying to get published, but I'm not sure I will be able to. But I'm really proud of it, so I'm probably gonna self-publish it anyway, if it fails. I'm not sure. It's called Le Chant des Hautbois, the song of the tall woods, but it's a pun between tall woods and the word for oboe, the instrument, the musical instrument, because it's the story of a person investigating the source of a strange song coming from deep within the woods. It's a mystery, but a cute one. It's mostly for kids. So I'm trying to do a good light with the camera. Okay. Some random sketches. I did sketch a lot of things in this sketchbook, more Le Chant des Hautbois things. I loved working on it. No, even if it doesn't get published, no regrets. I really loved working on this project. It's a story. It's a really simple story, but I wanted to tell something cute. As you already know, I played a lot of Death Stranding this year, and it helped me stay sane this year. It's... I mean, you're playing as a guy trying to deliver things to people who are scared to get out because the outside is dangerous. That's not a 2020 mood or anything. Yeah, some bio art. Dicynodons, some of my favorite Permian animals. And we're still not sure if they had scales, fur, proto-fur of sorts, not thick fur like animals have today, but proto-fur, or just skin and nothing on top. So I thought it would be cute to draw all three possibilities together, being friends. A thing I drew for Dr. Key video. That was a good excuse to draw Doctor Who fan art this year. These videos. I still love Doctor Who, don't get me wrong, but I'm very, very slowly drifting away from it. I'm still a fan. I'm still a big fan, but I've drawn so much Doctor Who fan art in the past 6 years. I'm starting to have less and less ideas of things that I want to draw, and these guys' video are a good excuse to draw more things. This is based on the SCP, French SCP tale I wrote this year. Um, it's don't laugh. It's a crossover between the SCP Foundation and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. But the only link between the two is that the Foundation found Johnny's old house, and the entity that was in it decided to contaminate, possess a researcher from the Foundation. And since it kind of failed to possess Devi in I Feel Sick, the entity this time tries something new and locks the guy in his house until he's fully contaminated by the entity. And it's a tale about a researcher who should know better and who should be a specialist of mimetic entities contaminating people, completely failing to realize he's being manipulated by something like that. And he's not a violent person, but his level of reality starts to shift, and he can't interact with things like he would normally. And he always gets hurt when he touches objects, like regular everyday objects like plates or the phone or his piano, and it gets really complicated really fast for him. And I really enjoyed writing that. And he survives at the end. He finds a solution. He defeats the entity. Spoilers, but it's in French, so you weren't gonna, you wouldn't have read it anyway. But I really enjoyed writing it. It was like a satisfying to write a slow descent into hell, where the person wasn't a violent person and would still win in the end against something really scary and really linked to self-destruction and things. Yeah, so uh I kind of like Has Been Hotel. I know it's considered cringe, like the younger people say, but I think it has a lot of energy, good designs. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see more. To be fair, to be honest, and yeah, I hope this thing really turns out great now that it's gonna be an actual series. Uh, I think it could use a little less gratuitous edginess, if that makes sense. But the concept, the basic concept is great. I love Angel Dust. I mean, I know he's like the problematic character, but I think he's a lot of fun. That's Lika and Ops. You already know that, but when I draw paleo art, I'm really tired of violent scenes like predators eating prey and killing each other. And of course predation is important in the animal world, but it's not just the main thing in it. And I thought it would be fun to draw a Lycaenops moving its baby to a safer location, like some animals do. A stupid joke with Faction Paradox and My Chemical Romance. Someone, when I posted this, someone on Tumblr commented, "When I was a young..." I don't remember what. "My father put me into the city to be killed by future me." That was a commission for a friend. That's a character from a D&D session. And the character died and he wanted a memorial for him. More illustrations for Le Chant des Hautbois. When in doubt and when I don't know what to draw, I draw my old characters I was drawing when I was younger. That was for a video made by Benji Thomas, I think. Yeah, but it was speculative evolution stuff, and it was really fun to do. That was for a friend. That was a present for a friend. That's based on an SCP article, tale he wrote. Smaller drawings, some cutesy thing with kids and the Ace Doctor. Weird nightmare I had. Nothing really happened in it, but it was kind of stressful. Another illustration for the book. Look at all those chickens. Some Until Dawn things. Sorry. Yeah, this year I decided to say I decided cringe culture was dead, and I decided to listen to all of My Chemical Romance stuff, and decided Danger Days was my favorite era of the group. And yeah, there's a couple of Danger Days fan arts in there. I just like the aesthetic mostly. The music is really uplifting and fun too. That was a sketch for a painting. That's a short comic about my father as a kid believing there was a giant feather in his pillow. Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, I made a thing where I made lists of my favorite hit songs for every single year, starting with 1988. And my number one for that year is Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. I thought it would be interesting to draw synesthesia paintings of all my number ones for the years, and I only drew 3 if I recall, but I will do it eventually. Another illustration for the book. I finally listened to the audios with Six and Charlie, and Charlie is not okay and she needs a hug. Another illustration for Dr. Key, but he didn't use it in the end. Stuff I drew while bored during a reunion. Typothorax. Another illustration for Dr. Key. I really like this one. I think it looks good. And it's for an audio I don't really care about, but another illustration. I really liked The Haunting of Villa Diodati, can you tell? I thought the clothes looked really good. A commission. Some smaller drawings of old characters, because when I'm not inspired I tend to fall back on old things. Oh, so, yeah. Fury Road, a comic I wanted to draw for years. The funny thing is, I finished this one right when the lockdown started in my country, and for some reason I just saw that and everything came back. I finished it like the day it started. But yeah, it's about Coma coming back to the city after surviving the crash at the end. Small animals, small monsters for Patreon. A commission. I know nothing about these characters. I think it's from a thing called Promise Neverland. But yeah. Maybe I'm gonna turn on the light because, yeah, the lighting isn't great. I really, really love the new Master in Doctor Who. I did not expect to love the new Master in Doctor Who. I expected my favorite one would stay Missy forever, and having a new one so soon after Missy is weird. I think they found the only way to make a post-Missy Master, which was, since she was killed by her previous self and she killed him, the only real way to make a new Master who would be evil in any way would be to focus on the self-loathing And they really did that, and I think he's doing a really good job. More paleo art. And this is the illustration for the book. More things with the new master. They are falling and fighting like idiots. That's a good summary of their general history. Yeah, that's me in lockdown, going out for groceries and listening to Danger Days every single time. And in the park going, "Look alive, sunshine, 109 in the sky, but the pigs won't quit," in in the parking lot. An illustration for the audio, The Twilight Kingdom. Lockdown art. Yeah, there were watch-alongs this year during the lockdown, and sometimes I would make illustrations to go along with them, and that was for the 11th hour, obviously. Lockdown, day 21. Henry Townshend from Silent Hill 4 still hasn't noticed there's lockdown yet. Yeah, I know it's stupid. I was trying to cope. Did I miss a page? I'm pretty sure I missed a page. Yeah, I missed this one. There's Creed of the Crumon fan art, and Johnny slowly getting even crazier during lockdown. I was pretty sure I missed that one. Last page from my book. A little challenge where you had to draw 6 characters. A dumb joke about Mrs. Claus's being too small for the new master. Everyone from New Who going slowly crazy in lockdown. What I'm wearing these days, basically. Second synesthesia drawing of #1 song from my list. This one is Poison by Alice Cooper. And it looks like a mess. The vocal part is a fucking mess. But that's how I hear it, so. There was a Chimes of Midnight tweet along, and it was really good. It was the best tweet along in lockdown last year. This year. Am I saying last year? The year isn't finished yet. It's only November. And yeah, it was the best one. I did this I started to make this 1 hour before it started, but finished it on time, so I was happy about that. Yeah, the line we text that 13th says about oh, really hurt me when I realized he was a master, because she thought she had a friend, and no, technically it was her old friend, but it was also a deception, and that hurts. That must hurt in a lot of ways. An SCP. Some little monsters. Yeah, I don't know. I caught feels about that one. It's so manipulative and so sad. Illustrating a shitpost about Clara. Making a list of people, of historical figures to kiss and to fight. And some are on both lists, including herself, Lord Byron, Robin Hood, whoever River Song is. To be clear, 12 is on the to fight list. Michael Grade is too. Based on the dream I had. Also based on the picture I took in Canada. A short comic about me and being rational and being confronted to things where that kind of wavered. I was like, what happened there? And every time there's an explanation except for that last one, and it's still bothering me 16 years later. It's still really bothering the hell out of me. I'm not sure what happened there. We had no Eurovision this year, and but some songs were really good. Anyway, Until Dawn, again. They made a new game, I really should check it out. Danger Days fan art, because the buses don't look at explosions. An illustration for an SCP I made. I wrote a lot of SCPs this year on the French branch. Some doodles in a reunion. A commission for a really good story. I'm sorry. Some vibe checking Higgs. Something cute I drew for Pride Month with Bill Heather. A sketch. Another commission for the same friend who asked for the D&D character earlier. More Doctor Who. That was based on a Tumblr post. That's an illustration for a thing that isn't published yet. I honestly, I can't wait until it's published. More fan art of the current TARDIS team. And the third synesthesia drawing I made, and I'm really happy about this one. I'm really proud of it. That's Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. And for the first time ever, I'm very nearly 100% happy with what I drew for a song. It's really close to what I hear when I listen to it. Oh, that was during a reunion at a staff meeting at my job, which was supposed to last 1 hour and was almost 4 hours long, and I thought I would go crazy. So I halfway through I started to do the Death Stranding things. A lot of them. I made an entire video for this one. 3 videos actually, because I wasn't sure how to do them at first. Second part of the Stranding reunion meeting drawings. I heard Shaman King would have a new anime, and considering the first one was trash, I'm not mincing words there, I know, but I'm a big fan of the manga. It was my first fandom ever, and it was really important for me. And hearing we are going to have a new anime, and maybe they're going to fix some dumb stuff the first one did, I can't wait to see it. I want it to be closer to the manga, but also I want them to fix some stuff that aged really badly in that manga. And I can't wait to see it. I'm really hyped about this, guys. I was like 14 or 15 when I was into Shaman King. It was a big part of my formative years, and yeah, it's important for me. More doodles, more Death Stranding doodles, more things for that thing that isn't published yet, but I'm really hyped about. These ones were made when I was on the phone at work for ages, and I was also bored, so I started doodling them. More things for that unpublished book, and again, I can't wait until it's published and you can finally see it. More Death Stranding doodles. I made a video about this drawing, so you already know everything I have to say about it. Fitz playing the guitar and Aid playing the piano. A dumb joke about Heartman. I love all the characters in this game, bar one. And yeah, I'm really happy I played it. That was based on a painting, I'm pretty sure you know exactly which one. My favorite place in the game in Death Stranding. I saw a poster which was like, okay, but Heartman wearing a dress, and I couldn't resist, I had to draw it. All little pictures. a dumb drawing of Fitz based on my brother. My brother is like one of my biggest inspiration for Fitz. Rewriting some dialogue, some Higgs dialogue, because he pretty much spoiled the plot for us at that point, and we didn't notice anything. Danger Days. I made a video about that one, so you already know what I have to say about it. That was prompted by a friend who wanted to see Charlie and Carrie's marveling at the sound of rain on the TARDIS. That's for a Dr. Key video, but it's not made yet. There's a couple of doodles of a little comic, a little thing about me playing Death Stranding and failing and accidentally seeing something nice. The audio, something inside. I thought it would be funny to have Higgs listen to this song. It's fitting. I really had an art block in mid September. So yeah, I drew some simple things. That was for the Scherzo video, but you already seen that one. Some doodles, some little monsters. I made a video about that one too, even if it's very simple. The natural history of fear. And a quick drawing I made with markers about Silent Hill 4, The Room. Because I rarely draw with markers and I wanted to try them for a change. And that's it. That was my latest sketchbook. And I've already started the new one, which is red. Which is good because I used to have a red one. And I already made the first page, and that's a mood. I think that's a mood. See you later.